I'm very privileged and honored to announce Natalie Harris as the recipient of this year's annual Personal Touch Award. This is just one example of many that show the type of person Natalie is and how she exhibits personal touch. This story was submitted by one of our guests' daughters, Stephanie Helgett.
I was working at the front desk one day, got a phone call just like I do several times every day, and the lady on the other end had explained briefly to me that her father was somewhere in our area, and she thought that maybe he was lost. But then she just went straight to asking if we had any rooms available for the night. So I looked up the rates, made the reservation for her, and then she was just gonna hang up. Like that was all she needed. And that's when I said, can we go back to the part where you said that you think your dad is lost? And she opened up at that point and went on to say that he had wanted to make this trip to come and see her. He's 83 and he was going to do this cross-country drive, and she expressed to him that that was not a good idea, most likely, and he insisted that he'd be fine. By the time he got to our area, he was lost, he was disoriented. He thought that he was in Idaho, and she was trying to figure out where he was. And so at that point, I helped her figure out where I thought he was right at that moment when she had told me where a fast food restaurant that he was at, and I could picture the one that was closest to us. And that's when I said, I need to help you find your dad. And I think where that came from for me was just that my own dad, who is my favorite person in the world, quite honestly, he just turned 80 a couple weeks ago. And it's so crazy when you go from having a dad who is just the man and in charge of everybody, taking care of everybody, to a little vulnerable, and tables turn a little bit and you're starting to help take care of your own dad. And all I could keep thinking of was, I just would hope somebody out there would have the same concern and care for my dad. And so they did finally find him, and they drove him to the hotel. And just the relief that I felt for Stephanie and for her family, that he was found safe, and that from there we were able to constantly watch him, get him food, and then do a couple wellness checks until she got there the next morning. And so then the next day, when Stephanie got here, just to see her and for she and I just to be able to hug, and she was so grateful. And I just kept saying, I just would hope that somebody would do the same for me. It's simple. It's the golden rule. Easiest thing on earth, you know?
Stephanie herself stated that she will forever be thankful for what Natalie did for her and her father. Natalie, I'm always impressed with the way that you remember so many of our guests, that you have such personable, wonderful stories with them. You teach me so many things about our loyal guests, and I'm very grateful for that. I just want to say congratulations for being a recipient of this year's Personal Touch Award.